دين الإسلام سلام دين الإسلام سلام دين الإسلام سلام نهر.
Islam is growing in southern Africa, and the Quran is the fundamental source of Islam. That is why IDM has printed and distributed free over 80,000 Qurans in Arabic, English, Afrikaans, Xhosa, and now working on the Chichewa language. The demand is still growing. Help IDM to publish more Qurans as you have in the past. Remember, no argument for da'wah is as powerful as the Quran in the language of the people. Support the Islamic Da'wah movement, our own homegrown Southern African-based Da'wah organization, over 35 years old and focusing on Da'wah, education and welfare amongst disadvantaged communities. IDM, taking Islam to as many hearts and homes as possible.
Yes, we made our very little homework, and we know that there are about 15 million first language speakers in the Chichewa language. So there would be much more when you consider the people whose secondary and tertiary language is Chichewa. Chichewa is spoken in 5 Southern African languages as a major language. This is Malawi, northern part of Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zambia. And now with the growing number of migrants in South Africa, we can say South Africa is also has a fair number of Chichewa speaking people. We also know that Malawi is almost ranked as a 4th world country, as a least developed country. So the people are very poor. And even Mozambique in the northern part where the Chichewa speaking people are. We know that Muslims are about 50% in Malawi out of the 11 million people, so more than 5 million. And Muslims are about 50% of the 20 million people in Mozambique, especially in the north. So there are about 10 million Muslims in Mozambique. We also know that these are some of the poorest Muslims in the world. Now, we are talking of the West having hate propaganda, but yet we have the Quran in these languages now, and we need to propagate Islam in its pristine, pure message. And we are now trying to get these Qurans printed, many of them translated by our scholars, and give them out free. And this is our task. And we are happy, alhamdulillah, we thank Allah that we have distributed tens of thousands of Qurans to date. If you take it in Arabic, English, Xhosa, Afrikaans, Chichewa, Zulu, alhamdulillah. And we want to flood Southern Africa with the Qurans in all the languages. Because I know many people have turned to Islam, reconverted back to Islam from Muslim to Islam after reading the Quran in the language that they understood. Previously, we just read it in Arabic, which was very good, but without understanding what Islam was and what it meant. And now people know, and alhamdulillah, more and more people are becoming better Muslims. So we feel this is a very, very vital, strategic and important project of flooding the communities, the country, with the region with the Qurans. And this is one of our prime targets, to print tens of thousands and eventually hundreds of thousands of these Qurans, inshallah. And hence, currently, we are now working on the Chichewa Quran.
Well, as we can